let's get right into the video. So I'm using foundation powder for my wig cap. The wig cap was a little bit, well, not a little bit, it was way too light for me. So I'm just darkening it up a bit. After that, I'm using the Ericka J lace glue. I just put it over my edges. Like, I don't put it on my edges, but in front of my edges. I don't like to do the ball cap method because I like to take my wig off, and I like to, sometimes I have a scratch. I have to scratch my scalp a little bit because the braids be a little bit itchy because I'll be leaving my braids in for a while underneath my wig. So yeah, and the ball cap method is just too messy for me, so I just do this method. You just want to push your wig cap back and stuff, and just put the lace glue in front of your hairline. After you do that or whatever, make sure you spread. Make sure you put an even amount. I only use one layer for this, one layer, and it did really well. It did a wonderful job. After that, I took my blow dryer out, and on a cool setting, you do not want to put it on a hot setting because you put it on a hot setting, you're going to melt your edges off, and you don't want that. So put it on the cool setting. After that, make sure that it's clear. When it's clear, that means it's ready to go. You ready to be ready to put that wig on your head. So right there, I'm slapping the wig on my head, and I got work to do. I got work to do because I'm trying to make this wig look natural as possible. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just laying down the lace on the on my skin where I put the glue at. I'm just laying it down with my hand. Don't use your hand. Use like a comb or something to press it down. Okay. After that, I'm just cutting the lace. Okay. With this part, take your time because it's so easy to mess up on this part. Yeah, so when you do it, I'm using the eyebrow razor, and I'm using I'm doing it in a zigzag motion, okay? You want your hairline to look natural as possible. On that side, I realized that the wig was a little bit too far behind my hairline. You want to make sure you put the wig, like the lace front or whatever, a little bit further down your hairline. Okay, not too far down, but just a little bit far because you don't want the wig on your eyebrows. Yeah. So, so after that, whatever, I'm just cutting the lace. I do ended up fixing that off camera. I did push up I moved the lace further down, and by the ear you want to be careful by the hair. Some people just put the lace behind their ear and don't even cut the lace by the ear, but I did it. Just take your time with that. So after that, I section off the front piece of the hair of the lace. I was going for a real subtle look with the edges. I didn't want it to look too dramatic, so I just started cutting it off with the eyebrow razor, and I'm just going in a raggedy motion, like I'm just cutting it, whatever. The shorter the baby hairs are, in my opinion, it lays easier than longer baby hairs. So after I did that, I realized I like the length of the baby hairs, so I just went with that length. I started to take the mousse and started swooping my baby hairs. But then I stopped because I wanted to look sparse. I wanted to not look too full. I didn't want the edges to look full. So I take my thinning shears and I started cutting it. You know, I'm cutting it because I want my edges to look thin. Like, I did not want my hairline to look full. And I don't cut baby hairs on the other side of the wig because I'm just doing a side part, and it was late at night, and I was just trying to do that side. I'm trying to make this wig look like something, okay? And not your, like, you don't want your wig to look like your grandma's wig. You want it to look, popping and stuff. So after that, I just keep thinning out the front part of the hair. So down, I'm using mousse, okay? You could use any mousse. It don't have to be no expensive name brand mousse. Just use a mousse and swoop. You want to swoop the edges, okay? You're doing a backward C. When you swooping it, it's a backward C, okay? You know what I'm saying? Use a move. Do not use no got to be gel or got to be glue spray because it's gonna make it mad hard and you're not gonna be able to move it. Like with the mousse, you have the you're able to move it better, and it doesn't get hard because it's still wet and stuff. And that's one thing I like about the mousse and stuff. So I just used the mousse for my edges, and it turned out really pretty well. Like, if you look at the side view, it came out really nice or whatever. So after that, I'm looking for my Ericka J styling gel because I wanted for it to be have a more of a hold on the edges. So I put that. I only used a little bit. With her stuff, you don't need to use a lot. So I just put it on my edges, and that was it. And this is the end of the video. I hope you learned something. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.